Welcome to Fridays with Frank.
We're talking about why does God not want us to eat meat? And the very first commandment in the Bible, which is Genesis 1:29, says that God gave us only plant food to eat. And he ends that with, that shall be your food. So if we look at this, that is what God's intent was. And if you have any questions about that, if you look at Genesis 1:31, God looks back on everything that he did and he says it's very good. Now, he doesn't say that in the other parts of the Bible. So we have to come back that that's the major intent that God has. And if we look in Isaiah at his prophecies, and if we look in Revelation, we see that there will be no pain or suffering or death or mourning, whatever, in heaven. Well, if that's the case, we're seeing what his heavenly intent is, and we're seeing what his earthly intent is, and we're going to call anything in between that we do that harms or causes an animal to suffer or die is going against God's will. So there's something that we need to think about internally about what the ideal is with God. And the early saints, most of them were vegan. And why were they vegan? And why was it considered? I mean, if we look at the Catholic Church today, they're an example. You're not supposed to eat meat during Lent, but you can have fish. Well, fish is still meat. But even without that, if it was considered that it wasn't unclean, like the Jewish people don't even have a prayer for the eating of flesh meat. So there's something that is from the earliest times of the Bible that was recognized as not being truly godly. And if it wasn't truly godly, then why should we consider it godly today? Why would we think it's proper to thank God for killing an animal? It never has been. So if we're going to live in God's heavenly will and his creation intent, then we shouldn't be eating animals, should we? Amen?